So these two are the most easily confused rules because there is an exponent next to another exponent. So it's easily confused with product rule because it kind of looks similar. However, what is different about them? What appears to be different? Well, there's parentheses, okay? In product rule, we didn't have parentheses. We were just multiplying two values with each other versus now we're taking a value inside parentheses and that's what we're raising to a power. Hence the name power of a power. Okay, it could also be called power to a power rule. Okay, we're taking a power and we're increasing it by another power. So, what are we taking a selfie of now? Well, inside the parentheses is a 5 squared. Okay, so inside the parentheses is what we are taking the selfie of. We're taking a selfie of a 5 times a 5. How many times? Well, 3 times. We're taking 3 selfies. Okay, so this is 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, or 3 selfies of 5 times 5. That's the same thing as 5 squared. Okay, so now how many powers of an individual 5 do we have? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We've got 6 powers of 5, or 6 selfies of a plain 5. All right, now I'm going to write this one down here. Okay, what are we taking a selfie of? Well, we're taking a selfie of 8 to the 5th power 4 times. Okay, so one group is going to be 8 times 8 times 8 times 8 times 8, 5 times. Okay, and that's one group. We want 4 groups. Okay, so we're going to do another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 2 groups. Another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's 4 groups. So how many individual 8s do I have? Well, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. 20 powers of an individual 8 because of our selfies, our group selfies, right? If you took a selfie with a bunch of friends and then you posted it on Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat, then you would have 3 copies of that picture. I know, not technically, but just go with it. Okay, now, last one. What are we taking a selfie of? X to the 3rd power. How many times? 4 times. So we're going to have x times x times x. So that's one group, and we're going to take 4 groups of that. 1, 2, 3 x's in the group. That's 2 groups. 1, 2, 3. That's 3 groups because that's another group or another set of x cubed. X to the 3rd power. And then one last group, x to the 3rd power x cubed. My 4th group, so how many powers of individual x do I have? Well, now I have 12. Okay, same thing as the product rule. What do we see is changing? What do we see is staying the same? What's happening to the exponents? Well, from this example right here, the first example is the base changing. 5 is still base here, 5 is the base here, so nothing's happening to the bases. So the base stays the same, just like in the product rule. Okay, but then what's happening to the exponents? But what are we doing to the exponents? We're multiplying them. But multiply the exponent. Awesome. All right, so in this example with just variables, a to the m to the n power, what are we going to do to those exponents? We're going to multiply them. So it's going to become a to the m times n. A to the m times n. Very good. All right, let's do a few examples. All right, so letter A. Well, we've got 7 to the 4th power to the 9th power. Okay, so that's going to give us 7 to the 4th times the 9th. Okay, and that's going to give us 7. 4 times 9 is 36. So it's going to be 7 to the 36th power. Same thing with letter B. K to the 17th times 2 is going to be k to the 34th power. And I certainly don't want you to write out w to the 100th 20 times, but that's going to be w to the 100th times 20, which is w to the 2000th power. That's all there is to power of a power. Now, on the exponents practice sheet that you have, you should be able to do the following examples based on the 2 rules that we went over today. And those examples are, let me write them on the board here, 1 through 8, 11, 15, 16, and 18. Those are the examples that you should be able to do with just the product rule and the power rule. The other 3 rules we're going to cover tomorrow in class, and you should be able to finish the rest of the worksheet.